Alright. So, hello and welcome to the YTGFam channel check. Today we'll be checking some more channels, as the title says. The first channel is Bunny Low, who makes entertaining content, or likes to do it. So the first thing I see here is, right, Bunny Low, like evil bunny, whatever, avatar, and then Yoshi's Mario World. That doesn't really fit, right? Change this to like something more fitting to your evil bunny avatar. This actually isn't half bad as an intro, except like you have again a brand here, like a different branding from what you have in your avatar. You really should. I personally like the gas mask bunny the most out of the options you have currently. So I would recommend taking this bunny and putting it into your avatar and your channel art somehow. Other than that, put like this is the first thing a viewer sees when they come to your channel. As the first video, like 1 month ago, whatever. But put anything here. Put your highlights here, or at least some video. Okay, you have videos. Your thumbnails are quite noisy, which is to say, like there's tiny text in it, which isn't really readable. You have yeah, so it's hard to say. Like this is an outline of a person with a noisy background. So try to keep your thumbnails simple to some extent. Like no more than 3 words on it. This is like a rule of thumb I personally use. This one is a good thumbnail overall. Like servers down. Maybe make the servers down a bit larger. Other than that, like this one is better than these ones anyways. From the content strategy, you have like how to Call of Duty stuff. And then like Russian dust stuff, NASCAR run, like this. These are all very different audiences you are trying to reach. Try to make a channel strategy that is like, okay, I'm going to do this kind of content. So let's see. The videos are short, so that's usually a good sign.
Hello my friends, this is Bunny Low bringing you the most clutch performance I've ever had on Battle Royale Fortnite. I am so excited, guys. I cut out all of the parts where you don't want to see that shit. This guy's running around in circles.
Yes.
I have all parts of kills, golden chest, secret look.
This is a good way of making Battle Royale content. So don't just show the whole like 20-minute session or whatever. Just show the highlights. That's good what you're doing here.
You're going to want to pay close attention to that. I find golden chest, ammo boxes, look high and low for them. They are usually hidden. And pay attention right here. I set down some floor spikes in this house, and that is going to end up getting me a kill later on in the game. Right here I see a little guy. He tries to run away from me, but perfect accuracy, like always from the Russian. It does not matter. I see this man swimming. He doesn't have a chance. Even though this assault rifle was absolute shit, I pulled out the semi-auto, shot him in the face, killed him, and then I get his shit. Meanwhile, my spikes have gotten me a 3rd or 4th kill. Look at my health here, it is down to 35.
Yeah, so overall, what you're doing here works. You have not made that many videos, but it's going into the right direction in each case. Like if you want funny content. So what you really want to do, like in the near and medium term future, is 1, make like better thumbnails. 2, get a schedule of some sort. Like if it's 1 video a week, that's fine, but communicate it somewhere. Yeah, other than that, some sort of like your brand involves being Russian, like being overly like super blurred Russian. I would personally communicate that as well somewhere in like in your channel art. Probably would be the best place for that. Yeah, let's check the latest video.
Hello my friends, this is Bunny Low bringing you a quick update on Call of Duty World War II servers. They are currently down. Fucking shit. This is what the companies of Treyarch and Activision are doing. As you can see here on my screen, error code. Nearly every one of my friends in Canada as well in US are getting this error code. I don't know, guys. They should have built bigger servers for this, but currently we cannot get on. I have seen no tweets from Activision or Treyarch or Call of Duty, any of that. So I guess we're all just going to have to wait patiently, and hopefully it will be up tonight. If not, I'm sure it will be up tomorrow, definitely, with some update. But this shit just sucks, man. So have fun waiting, everybody. Peace.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how this fits into your overall channel strategy. Like, these videos, like if I draw on my screen again, these videos here are going somewhat in the same direction. So these one in the boxes, this one here meanwhile, and this one is like more of a how to download, how to find out that the servers are down. This is very different content. Like even these ones, maybe not this one, but most of your content is more of the like Russian playing games, while these ones are like fully out of the of your typical channel theme so far. So you may want to define a channel strategy, like what exactly is it you want to do in terms of content, what's the audience you want to reach. Yeah, I think that's enough about your channel. You have definitely something to work at. Let's look at the next one, shall we? So the next channel is 5 guys making long-form let's plays with commentary trying to entertain the audience. Yeah, you can put something else here, like you have created playlists. Lots of them. Like you could feature individual playlists about something you really think is showcasing your channel the best here. You have 10 slots, use them. You have a channel brand, which is like guard whales. Okay, there's a whale with a headset. That works. I have no idea what this has to do with anything. So maybe change it to something more related to your brand. Also, your thumbnails have tiny text in them. Nobody will be able to read it. It isn't like it is nice that you have like a colored bar on the side, but this bar isn't contributing to anything really, because yeah, just putting the game logo up here and then like playthrough part 1, like that part 2, sorry, it's so tiny I can't read it. Like, that's literally like down here anyways. So it's not really too useful to have the information in the thumbnail. You say you are 5 guys, yes? So instead of making, like putting like episode, part number, part, hashtag, whatever, instead of putting that in here, it may be more useful to put like the faces of the people currently involved in making this video, and they are just your channel brand. So for example, like if your thumbnail is built up like this, so this one, then have like the game logo up here, and your like you can just have like faces in this area. But that may be a better way of making the thumbnails. other than that, so you're just using the full like a screenshot from the game, which is good because it makes each thumbnail slightly different. But like this dinosaur is filling relatively little of the overall thumbnail size. So what you may want to do instead is I can't find a good frame right now, but basically instead of using the full frame, which is what you're doing, just make a little cutout like this one. That will be much more like on these small resolutions is going to be much more visible than what you have here. So like looking at the related videos, like this one is like lots of space around the ship, while meanwhile this one, like you can see the Mario Bowser here, which is basically a spoiler, but there's Mario Bowser in the game. So this one is much better than this one because it has it's much more clear what's going on in the thumbnail, whereas here it's just tiny stuff, and even tiny. Can you read the text even? It's becoming so tiny. It's really difficult to use for anything. Yeah. So let's look into the content, shall we?
Alright, so what you need to do now, you need to make die, put it next to the lie so you get bored. Then you have the N, then you gotta take the N and the G with the O, R, and Y, or W, sorry. And then you make wrong, put that next to another lie, and you get correct. Right? Or do you get right instead of correct?
I don't know.
What? Sorry, what did... There were words? I have no idea what you just said, whether it's relevant to anything. But that was really confusing.
I don't particularly like this right now.
Sad.
I'm trying.
This is sad.
Yeah.
That's sad.
This attempt? Yeah.
You could read it backwards and forwards. That's sad.
Oh, it would have got you hanging off that ledge.
I don't know if it does.
It reached up, it hell would have got you. Hell. Statement stains.
Okay.
That's like that theme something.
What?
Fucking
So I can see some potential in here, but it's relatively like untapped basically. Like the content itself is somewhat boring. And the video doesn't load. Come on, internet, you can do it.
all been for the purpose of either
You did cut,
keeping control of
didn't you? So you're cutting sometimes. Maybe do that more.
It's your arm.
it is her.
Looks like a musical note.
Maybe different place. Like cutscenes are obviously difficult each time to make interesting.
Did we ever have a CPU?
Like some weeks don't. Don't think so. Yeah, Brandon, if you drop those down there, don't those... No, wait, those will go to the far left?
Correct.
Um,
I'm gonna throw... Can you throw it to the other ledge when it get destroyed?
I think so. Let me see.
This is a puzzle game, which may not be ideal for group plays. Like you have 5 people. You can play like Worms would be good because that's like ideal for friends fooling around. Other games like Golf, Problem Traverse Town, Prop Hunt, like these types of games work really well if you have multiple people playing and interacting with each other. Single player games can work. It's definitely more funny seeing like multiple people talking about the single player games than it is like just listening to a single person. In the context of making you unique, at least. But it's somewhat difficult to make a puzzle game interesting, especially if you have these long videos. Also, you're saying you're making long form let's plays with commentary. That is a problem in that by making videos like 30 minutes, you're forcing the viewer to commit to something really hard. Like, if you have a 5-minute video, like, you can throw that into any break session. Like, alright, I'm on my toilet, I'm going to watch this now. Like, that is an option for 5-minute videos. This is not an option for a 30-minute video. And that means in order to watch your videos, someone has to basically make the decision, okay, I'm going to watch this now like I would watch a TV episode, because it's so long. You can't, like, YouTube say, if you like leave the page again, YouTube sort of saves where you have left, but that isn't as reliable, especially if you are using ad blockers and stuff, as you may want. So it may get a bit it's difficult to convince people that they should watch your content, like over Netflix or whatever. You are playing quite a lot of different games and quite a lot of obscure games, like Typoman 2, Typoman Part 2, Typoman, Viva Pinata, Ori and the Blind Forest. Like, these aren't the most searched after games at the moment, so you will have trouble finding people who want to, like, just reaching people, because nobody's going to search for these videos specifically, right? Okay, I mean, 71 views may just have been your channel title for the time. Yeah, Plants vs. Zombies. Like, what this tells me is your videos, like, none of your videos are getting found via search, because all of them have very, very little views. You may want to, let's look at a new video here. At the SEO, you have one line. I mean, there's a lot of SEO stuff you can do. You have no statistics. If you are listening to, like, SEO experts, they will tell you something along the lines of, have a description that is 150 characters long. What's long? Either of those, anyways. Probably 150 words, yeah. And has a 2% keyword density, which is to say that the keywords you care about, so which may be Ori and the Blind Forest, or the keyword gaming or let's play, should appear in the text, at least with a roughly 2% density. Like, this is something you may want to consider, putting a bit more effort into your descriptions and your keywords. You do use keywords, so that's good. So, the guardrails, let's play, Nick, Tanner, Hazard, alright, these are your names. Yeah. So the tags are reasonable. But the tags are nowhere as near important as the description, so put more stuff in the into the description. More effort into the description. Tags are fine. Yeah, so that's basically it about your channel. One more thing. You have 5 people. I assume not all of the 5 of you are active on each particular video. If that's the case, you need to communicate, or should at least communicate in the thumbnail, which person is in which video. you have your area on the side here where you can do this instead of the part number. And I would really recommend that you do this. And also put them up here to make it more clear which person is what. Yeah, so I think that's enough for your channel. You will have something to work for. The next channel wants to create a community that supports one another, entertains the audience, brings a smile to their day. So you don't have a channel trailer, you should make a channel trailer. Channel trailers could be, for example, a highlight reel, so the funniest moments out of all your career. You have a couple of playlists. You have 10 slots up here, so you're currently using 2. You can feature the individual playlists up here much more prominently. Also, I would recommend the first playlist you have isn't necessarily like a 1 video playlist or 2 video playlists, but rather a playlist that is more about again, your highlights. The first thing people shall watch when they come to your channel. So your best videos, basically. Your thumbnails, like you have a branding which is like this head, and a secondary branding which is your avatar. I would go with the head personally, because this one is it looks cool, yeah, but it's a bit more abstract and a bit harder to relate to, basically. Your thumbnails are noisy as fuck. Way too much text in there. Way too many icons. And way too much text. So what I would do, for example, for this thumbnail, what you want to do is you have short MLG gameplay. What number 1? So you don't need the number 1 because the number 1 is here anyways. Fortnite you can scratch as well because it says right here. Gameplay, yeah, it's clear because it's gaming, and it says here anyways. So short MLG, okay, short MLG gameplay. Not sure whether that's necessary. Or I totally do amazing, probably. Like, be aware that there's a time stamp down here, so that may be difficult to read anyways. So I personally would scratch all of these and just write like MLG Pro or something in the thumbnail, or like in I'm out of space here, but MLG and then Pro. That's 2 words, and you can slap them on here, and then there you go. So something like that. That goes for all of your other thumbnails. Just remove text. You don't need so much text. You don't need to repeat the text that is right underneath your you don't need to repeat the title in the thumbnail, and you don't really need to use the game cover as well. So again, I've repeated, I've said this in earlier streams. So basically, the point of a thumbnail is to generate attention. The point of a thumbnail is not to say what exactly is going to happen in the video. This one is going to generate attention. At least, apparently it doesn't, because it just has 1 view, but then you have 21 subscribers. But the overall picture is, the more you want your thumbnail to generate attention. Yeah, so let's look in the video. So, funny moments, 12 minutes. I'm skeptical.
Hello.
I went in, but then I got put it out.
Sorry, I pushed you.
Yes.
You were so close to the edge.
I know. You Push me
Try
out.
not to move again.
Put me out.
This is seriously ugly. Like, why do you need this?
Wall ride?
Yeah. Oh, I went way too soft.
I went just hard enough.
Oh. Damn.
Oh damn. Oh,
Oh,
I done missed. And I'm
Oh.
going out of the map.
Oh, heck.
Hurrah.
Arrow. Bye. Goodbye.
Oh, piss off. I'm on the map. In a really bad spot.
And
Oh, no,
back
I'm
to
all
the
good.
start.
I'm
Awesome.
good.
These aren't funny moments. This is just you playing the game. This is just a standard gameplay video. This is not a funny moments video. Funny moments video is mainly distinguishes itself by being like a compilation of the best, like of the funniest moments you have. So, for example, if you have, if you're recording 1 hour of footage, you may just use 1 or 2 minutes of the recording, just the highlights. That is what a funny moments video is. You are not making funny moments videos here. You are making like the full gameplay. That is really problematic if you want people to stay on your content. None of your videos are popular, so it's really hard to say anything meaningful about what you've done well so far. All I will say is you really need to cut out more content. Basically, if your goal is to make funny videos, you need to cut out way more content than you're doing currently. So it's a bit like if you have like a comedy event, basically. So at a comedy event, there needs to be a certain joke density, basically. At a certain joke density, you will laugh at and like be really excited about what's happening, regardless of what's said. Just as long as it's like at least a tiny bit funny, you can laugh at it. What you're doing, like if the joke density gets too low, you're no longer in this state where anything can make you laugh, and that is going to to decrease the overall enjoyment people can get out of the videos, right? So by cutting stuff together, you're raising your joke density, and by doing that, you're making your videos overall much more enjoyable than just leaving them as they are, even though they are technically still the same content, right? Anyways, next channel. Right. That is the link I have. So, but maybe this just gives me an opportunity to talk about something. If you don't like creating videos, like you started making videos because like it's easy to do, and it's like you want to try it out. If you have started a channel and then at some point realize you don't really want to make videos anymore, that's fine. You have the options then, like the option you really shouldn't follow is just continue making videos for your fans. If you don't like making the stuff you make, like whatever the fans say, if you don't enjoy it, just stop it. Like I personally, for example, had a music channel at some point with 2,000 subscribers, so it's like fairly okay popular, like a couple of million views as well, because it's a music channel, so nobody ever subscribes. What basically happened on that, like it was growing way better than any other channels I've had myself anyways since, but I at some point realized none of the stuff I'm making on here is pleasing for me. So because I uploaded stuff other people made with their permission, because I'm a responsible copyright person, but basically I realized what I'm doing here isn't fun for me. I was younger at the point. I really enjoyed having Sub for Stop. It's basically a dick measuring contest, right? So I really was into it at some point, but after that I realized I don't really want to do this anymore, and then stopped uploading to this channel. I tried something else, and in the meantime now I'm here. Same goes for you. If you don't like making content, like a particular kind of content, try something else. If you at some point realize you don't like to do that either, maybe making videos is not the right thing for you. Just don't torment yourself into doing something you don't like. YouTube isn't a business that you will be able to succeed in if you don't like making content. So yeah, just a word in between. Let's go further. I see Pokemon. I see lots of Pokemon. Right. So first thing first, you don't have a channel trailer, you don't have any sections set up here. So make some sections here, make a channel trailer, like your highlights. I wouldn't say that your most watched video was your highlight, because they are very close all together. Yeah, so put something up there. Your thumbnails are noisy. I said it on the previous channel as well, but basically, what you have here, Pokemon, Soul Silver version, Randomizer, Nuzlocke, episode 11. That is a lot of information that gets repeated down here anyways for the most part. You don't really need all of those information in your thumbnail. Your thumbnail is, again, to generate attention. Your thumbnail is not to describe what's in your video. That's what the description and the title are for. Most of the description, the title not so much even. It may be enough to just leave it out. Like okay, Pokemon may be a bit difficult because the difference, like the visual difference between Soul Silver and Black 2 is not too great. But you don't need to put that much information into the thumbnail, is basically what I'm saying. Plus, you do feature some sort of gameplay in these small sections. But that is always, not always, but for large parts is like standard gameplay, and Pokemon isn't very large to begin with, so it's really hard to see what's going on in there. Like this one, out of all the thumbnails you have, I would say this one is by far the best, because just because it has something you can see there, right? Like something big. Other than that, just going from your channel strategy, you have Randomizer, Nuzlocke. Yeah, it's just you have one topic for your entire channel. Minus this one. But this one topic is not a popular topic anyways. So you won't be able to reach a broad audience with it. You won't be able to be successful with just this kind of videos. You love Pokemon, so you love Pokemon in general. So what you could do, for example, is broaden your channel to be about anything Pokemon. So Pokemon news. There is probably going to be a new game at some point. You may want to make videos about it, like you may want to make how-to videos. Like these are the hidden, like Pokemon hides items in stones and stuff, right? So these are the hidden items in Route whatever. This is how you catch a shiny Pokemon. This is like there's a lot of how-to content you can make. There's also a lot of news content you can make. There's a lot of like lore content basically. So the story behind this Pokemon, the story behind this area, the story behind this character. You can, like, there's a load of stuff to be explored, which is not just Pokemon Randomizer Nuzlocke, is what I'm saying. Pokemon itself may be large enough to make a living out of it. Just Nuzlocks are not large enough to make a living out of it. Your videos are fairly long, so it has the same issue as... I mean, it's just gameplay, right? So gameplay for 20 minutes. Has the same issue as I said before. By making long videos, you're forcing the viewers to commit to your video. Which means that they won't be able to just go to YouTube on their phone and quickly watch the video while they're on the toilet. And that means that it's quite a bit harder to get people actually watching a video. But anyways, you haven't uploaded in 3 weeks. You should upload more. That's important.
You know what? You wanna play that game? Shit, he's got taunt. I was just about to say I can go.
Idea's right. So have a hook before the intro, but your intro sucks basically. It has nothing to do with your channel branding. Even overall, I would say your channel branding here, so Crimson Blade, that looks like your a channel for hack and slash content basically. So like bloody 18+ games, whereas in reality you're just Pokemon. So you may want to change it a bit more. Wrong direction.
Okay.
This intro has nothing to do with anything you have in here. That's just text that's getting manipulated with a cute looking background. That has nothing to do with anything. It's not increasing your brand capacity. You can just leave it out.
Now. Before any introductions, I'm gonna give you 2 kinds of introductions, okay? 2 kinds of introductions. So, as I said, you know this mic, remember the story of this mic? I got this mic, but there weren't separate audio and mic jacks for this mic. So, I just got the mic today. I just got it, like just 5 hours ago. I got it. I'm currently using the old one, but I'm using the old one because to show you the difference that happens when you put on this baby. Oh my god. Okay. You're about to see what the difference is. Now let me just quickly switch out to the other mic. I don't know how it's gonna work. I mean, I think my voice will sound glitchy. Maybe you won't even be able to hear my voice for a while, but it's worth it. It's just awesome. Okay, just a second. Properties. Let's go there. Let's go mic. Let's click OK. And we're also gonna reduce the voice because it's pretty high. Let's see, 9.7. And now, how's this? This is the mic.
Better. It's better. You have a good microphone now, but you haven't uploaded videos since. This introduction, like, I get that you're excited about it, but it really doesn't matter for your viewers as much. Like, you can just start the video. By the way, start the video like you normally would, and then like somewhere in the middle, like after 2 minutes or so, say, by the way, did you notice the difference? I've got a new microphone. That way it's you're not wasting as much time in the beginning.
Hey, how's people? This is me, the one and only Crimson Blade. But now, what game are we playing again? We are finally starting up our new adventure. We are playing Pokemon Soul Silver.
Yeah, this is a similar issue. You are again basically taking a full minute by the looks of it before you start moving. You need to get into your content more quickly because else many people will leave before you get to anything. Say average view duration is just 2 minutes out of 25. Looking at the statistics, there was 2 people more or less watching the full video at this state, then 1 guy watching the video Here's a quick one. So one guy watching the video for like 30 seconds or so, and then leaving quite quickly, and then here another one watching it for 10 minutes, and then another one here, like 2 watching it for 5 minutes each. So the views you've gotten are like from a very limited audience, despite you having so many views. Most of the views are actually not like maybe not counted properly, because most people are leaving quite quickly. So what you need to do is get into the content way faster. Other than that, you need to have a schedule. Other schedule, not uploading for a week is okay, but then communicate it to your viewers, basically, is what I'm saying. Yes. I think that's it about you. So, the next channel, producing Let's Plays without a gameplay, without profanity, ruin, offensive humor. Goal is to build a good alternative to channels such as PewDiePie, offensive humor, Markiplier, Facecam, and just plain silly content, Jacksepticeye, Facecam, just plain silly content. So, the thumbnails are just standard game art and just some flags. You're playing strategy games. Your channel art is just a mess. You should put something else here that is more easy to read. You have a channel trailer, so that's good. Yeah, your thumbnails are really bad. You're using thumbnails, you're having like barely readable text on it, you have small text on it, you have barely readable text on it, you have just a standard game cover, you have just a standard game art, you have just a standard game art, you have just the standard game art, you have just the standard game art, you have some random flags, some Wikipedia entry with a meme on it. These are not good thumbnails, none of them. This one may even be the best, but these ones are all just not telling about anything, and not consistent either. Like you have no brand basically. There's no way a viewer would recognize you. Looks like you're streaming, at least from the video length. This is an odd choice of games. So you have strategy games, you have horror games, you have shooters. I'm not sure if there's an audience that likes all of those at the same time, at least to watch them. I personally think especially strategy content is very difficult to make interesting. So let's pretend we jumped into your stream at this point.
If you don't ask for permission, then you can actually be arrested for that.
I doubt his uncle would arrest him. I mean, it's possible, but...
Heck yeah, it's possible.
Actually, it's kind of so people like to think, though, that they put people's faces on YouTube and stuff like that and make fun of them. They'll never find out, but it's actually... They'll find out eventually, trust me when I say that.
Dude, they'll find out real easy.
And you can get in so much trouble even if you're under 18. First, that deal that your record gets clean once you turn 18.
To me.
So you think that's Asian?
Yeah.
No, it's not gonna be Asian.
It sounds Asian.
It's definitely not Asian. Play. What about Kanisha?
Kanisha? I don't even know what a Kanisha is. But that sounds like someone from the ghetto in the US. It does. Who the fuck name or a celebrity name? I hate watching autism play. Aww, you're so.
The issue I have so far is you explicitly want to not be funny. I'm asking myself, how do you want to be entertaining other ways? I don't see anything entertaining so far about your videos, and that may be a problem.
Alright, let's enhance it. Bam. Feed the world? Nah, that's gross. Fuck the world. They can get their own food. Production for each follower? That's pretty good, I suppose. So these with 3 followers.
Yeah, this is exactly why I think strategy games are very difficult to make interesting videos about, because it's just deciding so long in a menu for the most part.
Let's get that. And then this is the war aspect. Messiah. Conversion strength. Alright, let's go ahead and get the religious texts. We need to spread Islam, or Ittirhad. The Ittir Jihad thing.
Yeah, this is a problem for you because you don't have a channel branding, you don't have a channel strategy really, because you're just at least it looks like it, you're just uploading whatever video you feel like at the moment, or at least video about whatever game. And you want to reach a broad audience. You want to reach a broad audience, but not do anything a broad audience would want to watch. This is a problem, because this doesn't really go together. At the moment, your content quality, I mean the entertainment value your content provides, as far as I can see anyways, from the little excerpts I've seen, is roughly on the level of a bored teenager making videos because they have to, because I feel they have to. It doesn't feel like you're having that much fun making these streams. It doesn't feel like it just isn't funny to watch any of this. At least not, again, from the couple of minutes I've seen. I am not sure how you can fix this problem, because you want to explicitly not be funny. Yeah, so you don't want to be like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie. What do you want to be then? Again, an alternative to those. Yeah, but the alternative to funny content would be like, I mean, you could do it a bit like Vsauce. Vsauce makes his videos work by effectively throwing out hooks every couple of seconds to keep you interested. So that's why his videos go all over the place. But your content doesn't lend itself to that, because you're just making streams of games. You can make it a bit more like of a help channel, like, this is how you make the best civilization in Civ 5. But that's like all. This is how you do whatever in European Universalis 4. But I don't see how you can establish yourself as an alternative to the big channels by being more boring than them. So I'm not sure what I can recommend to you, other than like the obvious things like better channel branding. Because your channel explicitly is about, like, really what you want, what you need, what you have, you must find out is, what about your videos is entertaining? what about your videos can be entertaining for a large audience, and then if you find something, expand it as much as you can around your streams and videos. Because I don't see anything at the moment. The next channel makes random gaming videos. That usually is a bad sign because that means you don't have a channel strategy. The branding is off. Like, these should be somewhat similar. That's an intro, isn't it? Yeah. Remove it. It has nothing to do with your branding. It doesn't add anything to your branding. You can remove it safely without you losing any branding value. You sort of upload regularly, I guess, but not often. Boy, you weren't lying when saying you upload random videos. So what I see here is GTA gameplay. Hang on, funny gameplay. It looks at first to me like it's like more of a benchmark. Like, how well does this game run on a NVIDIA GT 610? So is this actually yeah. Oh god. This looks... I mean, I had the GTX 660 at some point, and that already was quite bad. I didn't actually know 610 could run anything. Boy, am I glad that I upgraded. So yeah, this is just like basically benchmark gameplay. Then you have some how-to content. And the movie trailer, why not? Throw it in there. And funny gameplay. Different intro yet again. Yeah, no, this just pitch up or whatever. Why is this funny gameplay? There's nothing funny happening here. Yeah, you don't have a channel strategy whatsoever. There's no reason for anyone to subscribe to you at the moment, really. Because all you're doing is random stuff. Like, if I subscribe to you for Tomb Raider content, there's no further okay, there's one more Tomb Raider content afterwards. But that also is 4 months ago now. You haven't uploaded anything relevant to a subscriber who subscribed to you for Tomb Raider Part 1 in 4 months. Like, you need to have some strategy, some level of consistency if you want people to subscribe to, if you want people to stay subscribed. You have quite a lot of subscribers for what you're doing, but then making random videos gives you the benefit of sometimes you make a viral video. The viral video will get you some subscribers which don't watch your videos, for the most part. So, what can you do about this? I don't know. Make a channel strategy? Follow the channel strategy. You don't have a channel strategy at the moment. Make one, follow it. And I didn't even mention you have crap thumbnails. Make better thumbnails. I mean, this one works, I guess. Sort of. but most of them like this is tiny text and such. Yeah. The next one, Friday the link to a video. Oh, okay. Friday the 13th, GTA, Minecraft, Dead by Daylight, Madden, Call of Duty. So that's basically the similar vein, all of random content. Anything useful? What? Oh, this is the intro. Unique? But I don't think a 10-second animation is necessary. My internet is currently dying, so I'm pausing for a moment. Internet? Internet? Thank you. Alright. 15 seconds even. So this is 15 seconds of effectively still image for you. Not ideal.
Rated M for mature.
Lieutenant Dan.
Oh my god.
You are starting in a menu for like after you've rested 15 seconds at the beginning, you're wasting another like 15-20 seconds just connecting to the game and making the first cutscene and stuff.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm sticking with you. You got the most bullshit ass luck in this game.
No, I don't have really good luck, actually.
You had 2 pocket knife, plus how many weapons you had on deck, and you hit me with all of them?
Very surprised. Okay. Put something here. Like channel trailer, best of, things like that. Make better thumbnails. Like don't just use the standard game logo, channel art, whatever. Like make actually something that's looking good. That's what I'm saying. And generates interest. None of these, like, this is tiny text, nobody will be able to read it. This one especially. What the hell is standing here? I don't even think I will be able to read it if I try to. This one looks cheap because it's like just black text on a thing. Like make some sort of like get some sort of branding going. Like your font you're using. Something that looks a bit more professional. This cover art, I think I've seen somewhere else. I'm pretty sure I've seen it somewhere else.
Viewer discretion is advised.
You have a different intro. Still sucks. Can use a different one. Oh god. Again, this doesn't have anything to do with your channel. Like, okay, you have Xbox controller in there, so it's a bit about gaming. But I can see it. It's the title. It's your entire thing. Like, it says like PewDiePie. It's not PewDiePie Gaming. And again, first 15 seconds wasted. And I'm not sure whether you actually are allowed to use the ESRB. Like content labels, because the ESRB didn't grade your content, right? What did it say? I don't know.
Rated M for mature.
Look at my spot killer.
Dead.
Oh!
You have a mono channel on your left ear just. Fuck's sake, internet. My internet is a bit bonkers at the moment. Shouldn't stream when everybody else is just using the Netflix and stuff. Anyways, the sound is off here because it's just the left ear channel, and that makes it really hard to listen to. Also, is my... It seems like my stuff is plugged in correctly. No idea. So let's maybe take a different video. Your titles look really like hastily written. Like if you make a parenthesis, so you what's like this, so stuff, and then close it again. This is how you write it. This is how you don't write it. Just the professional term for this is plank, I believe. So your titles look really weird. Your thumbnails are weak, so it's very hard to get people to click on your stuff. And like the audio quality, at least on that video, is very bad because it's just one channel.
M for mature.
This one as well. Yeah, having voice just on one channel makes it very difficult. You're recording in mono, which is fine, but then you need to make sure when actually producing the video that the audio is actually getting like either centered and then in stereo, or that you're exporting in mono. Because what you have at the moment is you have a mono channel just on the left channel, which is like the default channel. Sometimes you have it on the right channel, but it means that I can only hear on my left ear and not the right one, and that makes it very, very difficult to listen to.
You're wearing high heels at a beach.
What's wrong
with Jesus!
Damn!
No one wears high heels to beaches, do they?
Monkey, I don't know what beaches you went to, but I call dibs.
Call dibs?
I call dibs.
This is very boring content so far. Like you're walking slowly. I guess that you're role playing or something. But overall, it's really boring content. I'm not sure what you're going to do about this. Like you could cut more, but it's really not good content simply.
Rated.
Alright. Wait, can you hear them, Jackson? Further through my TV? Guys, talk.
Hello. Criminy.
Wait, that you hiding inside that room?
I'm gonna. Okay, yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't.
I found a thing in my
Put
team.
you on speaker.
I haven't found.
I'm gonna put you over here.
The only person I've seen
So,
is Mason.
Good.
And I'm the only one who's been hit. Mason, be careful going out, man.
Yeah, I can see a red
Mason,
outline
be
of him. I
careful
have the supernatural bond thing for him. Wait, Jackson, can you still hear me friggin' clear? Good. Good.
Like this is... What's your goal anyways? Yeah, you make videos. That's okay-ish. But if you're just making videos without any goal, without improving, you will have a hard time. So what you need to do is basically everything. You need to make good thumbnails, better branding, better videos, most importantly. You need to make actually entertaining videos. The ones I've seen are not entertaining because there's not much happening in them. You may need either to get your party members to be more proactive and talk better. You have quality issues like sound just on one side. But yeah, the content quality, entertainment value is your biggest issue at the moment. You should make more videos, and each time try to improve your video from one video to the next one. Right. So the next channel, Dragon Ball Z whatever, Dokkan Battle live streams, game mechanics educate. So about Dragon Ball Z, they can, like, this works, but you can put something more up here. These thumbnails, like, they are your brand, so there's a consistent branding over here. But it's a bit boring to just have the branding on top of a black background. But then your other thumbnails are very noisy as well. So I mean, that's partly because of the background you're using here. So there's lots of character, lots of noise. It's very hard to read what this says. It's sort of okay to read what this is. Live stream, I don't think it's necessary because you will have it in the corner, like, instead of the timestamp. BP you will have instead, like, it's that actually breaks with your that actually breaks heavily with your branding, because your branding in the banner is okay. You have blue in the sky, but you have in your logo, like, which is this part in the middle, that's green and orange. Green and orange here. There should be a green and orange logo up here, not the blue and green one. How I see it, anyways. Yeah, thumbnails. All of it is quite noisy. You have, like you said, you have tutorials. I see most live streams recently. You should maybe try to find a better balance about this. This one's different content.
Hey guys, I'm Blue Piccolo. Welcome to another Dragon.
Just the first second after you hit record before you talking, you can cut this out.
Hey.
Like, just start your video when you make this motion. Like, it's not much of a time you're losing right at the beginning, but these first 2 seconds, like the first 10 seconds or so, are matter very much on whether people will continue watching the video or not, or they will watch a different one. And you wasted 2 of them. Like, that's not as bad as by putting a long ass intro up there, but it's still can something that can be optimized.
I'm Blue Piccolo. Welcome to another Dragon Ball Z video. Welcome back. Today we're gonna be doing another summoning video. Barbroll is out, couple of new characters, discounted multi-summons. What can a Dokkan player ask for more? So without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Snake Road.
And you have your intro again. And so you had your introduction for half a minute and then another intro, which is, yeah. And then you have lots of noise. Why do you have so much noise?
Future with my future summons and maybe during the stream as well.
Right, because you have vertical video. That makes sense. So you need to fill the gaps, and so you just place random characters up there. Works. One thing to be noted, if you are on mobile, like if you're watching like on a vertical device, which may be up to 60%, like maybe even more of your audience, uploading a video which is just the high format will fit the player. So effectively, if I here, it's a bit similar to what I'm going to show you here. Oh yeah, I'm streaming right now. No, it's 21 to 9. So if you're looking for 24 to 9 video, which is Spider-Man, oh, this is dangerous, and make it, oh no, it's an old design. But basically, if I take this one to the new design, and shut up, and put it into this mode, it still doesn't look good. I mean, what I'm trying to show here, it fills the entire screen, and this is happening in a similar way if you are if you have a mobile video like a vertical video. This changed, didn't it? Yeah, so it used to be that there were no black bars whatsoever. I mean, it may just be that I used it on a different monitor. But whatever. Lots of talk. You need to start your videos quicker. Your thumbnails are really noisy. My internet connection isn't good, but that's nothing for you to fix. And you have lots of streams. I'm not sure how... like, you shouldn't just stream for a week in a row before making different content. Like, you should try to find a balance so that people who are subscribed to you for the game mechanics educational stuff for beginners, the people who are interested in that should also get regular content and not just those who want streams. So, next video makes funny videos. Wants to make the World Cup about soccer.
Frank de Boer speelt de bal. Heel goed naar Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp neemt de bal aan. Dennis Bergkamp.
This actually is a problem because this is copyright violations, as far as I can see. So you're using historical footage without permission and putting some random music over it.
Done for Arsenal football and actually for world football, which is back.
Sorry, take it in, baby. Take it.
New, we are.
You're taking footage of so you definitely will have issues with copyright at some point, sooner or later. It's going to happen. Probably has happened already a bit. But what you're doing here isn't necessarily legal. Especially, which country are you based in? Like, fair use may not exist. Czechia. What can happen is that someone is going to sue you. Like, I don't know whether Czechia has a fair use law anywhere as near strong as the US has. But if you get sued, and FIFA probably will have a Czech like subsidiary or whatever, like they will be able to sue you personally. You will have issues, deep issues. I'm not sure whether making this kind of content is really worth it in the long run, because it is just so much of a pain, like to maintain. Other than that, I won't dare to watch these videos on stream, because none of this looks like I have permission to. Like, none of that looks like you have permission to. So, next channel, unfortunately. So the next is Stingray, I think. He's live right now. Actually, you know what? So, latency. So it's for nuts. Yes, ultra low latency. That's why there's no pause button. Just tell him.
Oh, hello. I'm not sure if that's good or bad, but I'm really tired. I got up early this morning.
Yeah, right, okay. So this is 24-hour live streams. 24-hour live streams typically decline in quality as they go on because it's simply quite hard to keep your like to remain concentrated as the time goes on. Especially like talking and playing Sonic is difficult as it is. So I'm going to watch a different. Like these are all live streams, right? Yes, all live streams. So the thumbnails for live streams, like there's consistent branding, so there's that. Round branding as well, so you're future-proof. That's also good. Your logo sits a bit awkward in the corner here because it is one, so you may want to like instead of inputting the circle, like if this is the corner of your thumbnail, you at the moment have it like this. It may be useful if you have it like this. So like just looks a bit better in my opinion. You have part numbers, okay. These thumbnails here, like especially for streams, you will get featured on the game page, and you need to generate as much attention as you can. I don't think that a black background is going to generate attention whatsoever. I would recommend you to find something to put instead of like a black void. I mean, it's already the thumbnails are already quite meh, because you're just using the game logo and a logo of the console you're playing it on, and that's it. That already is problematic. But like really put something interesting, like make your thumbnail stand out of all the others. Black background typically not standing out as much. You won't see advertisements that just have a black background unless it's like for a tragedy or whatever. Mostly, anyways. Yeah, let's look at the most recent video.
Hello everybody, how are we doing tonight? Tonight we are...
So, actually just as a bit of a silly thought, this one looks like you can make it into a hat. You can wear the hat during live streaming. Maybe funny. I don't know. Let's pretend we jumped into your stream right here.
Drop off. No, that's not what I was planning to do, but that works. Works as well. Okay. One more carrot. Come on, we can do it. Let's do. I want to wait until both those goes away. I don't like the physics of it well enough to trust it. Go away. I'm gonna do that.
So your commentary for the most part is very reactionary, at least in this bit here. So what you're effectively doing is playing the game and saying, oh, let's go here, let's go there, jump, you spider. That typically is not as good of content to make. It would be might be better to like prepare a story to tell, like some sort of story like chat interaction is good while you're live, not as good in the recordings. That's a reason why I try to limit chat interaction in these videos. Basically, the more you interact with chat, the less worth, the less fun is the replay going to be. Also, like having a story typically is the best way to keep people's attention, because then you're like playing a game and like coming up with news as you're playing the game. So maybe a game relevant to the story. Maybe come up with a theory about climate change in Mario 64, as an example.
I'm gonna run in the castle and see if that says.
Yeah, it's basically the same issue here, just in this second I saw here. You just said, let's go into the castle. You're going into the castle.
Stays that way.
You described. Oi. So you have content in the description. I would expect your donation link to be further up. I would not expect the title to be repeated in your description. Like, that's not the point. Any of these I would put links to, because like links are always like that way people can watch the replays if they want to. But again, replays of streams are always you are using your like you have something up here, but you don't have like these are streams 6 months ago, stream 7 months ago. Like you can put stream a year ago, you can put more recent stuff up here. Like the first thing people shall watch about your channel should be either a best of compilation about like or multiple like best of highlights of your streams, or should be at least somewhat recentish, because you typically, like if you are working on improving the quality, you probably will have made better videos last month than you will have made a year ago. Oh, this is VOD content. Actually, let's look at the VOD content. Like, it doesn't get that many views compared to your streams, but what is it?
Welcome to Virtual Collector, where I spotlight games from virtual consoles. Yoshi was originally released in 1992 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Yoshi is a fun little...
Very slow. Like, you can probably talk much faster without this being a problem.
Tetris-like game in which you control Mario as he swaps stats to match two familiar Mario enemies in an effort to keep them from reaching the top of the screen. Creating a Yoshi egg from the two halves eliminates the egg and all enemies between the two halves, and hatches a baby Yoshi. There is a single-player mode and a competitive two-player mode. Overall, this is an enjoyable game that, despite myself, I played a lot longer than I thought it would. It is a different take on the standard Tetris-like game. Instead of controlling the falling blocks, you control the stacks. I appreciate the out-of-the-box approach this game takes. Most reviews I've seen rate this game poorly. While the music or graphics are nothing spectacular, I find the gameplay to be unengaging. It does start out slow on the lower levels, but cranking the speed and level up will create a faster-paced game in which you will need fast thinking and reflexes. Yoshi can be bought on the Wii or Wii U Virtual Console for $5. I wouldn't recommend picking this up as your first purchase, but do pick it up at some point, especially if you enjoy Tetris-like puzzle games.
Okay. That was pretty slow. Like overall, script is okay, but the delivery is really slow. Like you can probably speed it up way more. But then 7 months ago, I don't know how much you've improved. Yeah. I think that's it. Anything more? You're not in chat, so I mean you're streaming. So next one. Gaming videos in a friendly environment. What? Oh, in a friendly environment, not in a family-friendly environment. So, first thing I see is boobs and close to boobs. Your thumbnails are very similar. Like, what you should do, like if you are using your face in the thumbnail, which is typically a good thing, but you should not just have one image of yourself. Like posing for thumbnails, I believe, is an entire course in the Creator Academy. You should have like a different face in each thumbnail. Because that is really easy to do. Like making a picture of yourself, a selfie, so to speak, is way easier. Like it's basically the easiest way to make your thumbnails distinguish themselves from each other. That's why, like Philip DeFranco, for example, could easily just use the same image of his every day. Like someone made an image of that. He's using one of 4 poses each time, but he makes a new one each time because every little difference is going to be noted by your viewers. Other than that, you have a consistent branding across your channel, although I have no idea what the cats are supposed to do. And your channel, like looking from this perspective, your channel looks like it's more of a tutorial channel, a magazine basically, and whereas looking at the content, you are more of a like making Scotch egg with my girlfriend. Like that doesn't belong on a gaming channel. My channel has been demonetized. Yeah, sort of true. All channels have been getting limited. Like the limited ad status has changed in April, so YouTube may have told you a month ago, but actually you have been demonetized since April. You can appeal. No, probably not, because you have not enough views. Anyways, you make streams. The streams aren't getting that much attention. You make, like, your most successful video appears to be this one, like tutorials, how-to, best way to how-to, like basically how to find a hot date, a review. Your most successful videos are reviews and how-to videos. By far. The first, I mean, this one would be, I think, the closest to be not a how, like, this may not be a how-to video, but then there's a lot more content that's more successful than your most successful non-how-to content. So, overall, I would say your how-to content is the most popular content of yours. Why not make more of it? Scotch egg with a girlfriend is irrelevant to anything on your channel. Your playthroughs, like, they probably are easiest to produce, but they also are not viewed by as many people. So you may want to reconsider your channel strategy overall and make more tutorial, how-to, whatever content. Looking at the video, this won't be the one with the boobs. Do you have a normal, like, okay, let's look at live stream. Okay. It's just...
Yes, thank you, mate.
You're talking. You're not talking much, though.
Excellent, thanks a lot. Cheers. I want our character so read about it. Right, can we see anyone? Where's everybody at? Oh, I didn't want to stand up. Oh, that was down there. Maybe got to be around here somewhere. Oh, I'm gonna get shot in a minute, aren't I? See, anybody got a drone they can throw up? Oh, he's right by us. He's down there somewhere. We've got to be really careful here. Yes, got him! Another chap there. Oh, I missed it! He's gonna get me now. Sugar. Oh, I'm getting that guy out. Someone help! Need backup. Don't know what she said then. What's going on? Oh, I can't get that. Oh. I should have known that. Should have been prepared for that.
So this is most reactionary, at least what I've seen here. Let's look at your most successful video.
Hello everybody, got a super exciting one for you today. I'm going to be showing you how to drive the new vehicles in the new No Man's Sky update. Bloody brilliant this. So what you want to do is get to your base. I've just built a new one. I'm going to start again now. Really looking forward to the new update. And I can't remember if I already had this, but if you haven't got this terminal...
No. This is even bad for how-to content. What you effectively are doing here is you're sort of doing a walkthrough. Like, this is a tutorial, so you need to say, alright, first go here, then go here, then go here. What you're doing here is, I don't know whether I had this. What?
Press up, and you can find it in the specialist terminal section. So once you've built this, you need to get a new person to work there. So after that, we're going to head up to the space station.
You're cutting.
Guys,
you're cutting. That's good for you.
We're at the space station now. And what we want to do is we want to make our way up to the right. Yeah, I think it's the right. Right, here we go. So, I always just fly up here. Oh, bloody hell, my jetpack won't do it. Right.
This is a bad viewer experience. So what the viewer clicks on this video to get to know how to get a video in No Man's Sky. They watch this video and see right, you're showing them, okay, this is in here, I don't know whether it was here, then you fly to the base, yeah, I think it was to the right, and then you need to go up here, oh, I can't go up here because my jetpack is depleted. What? Be concise. If you make good how to videos, you have a step-by-step guide you can follow, anybody can follow, with no oops and no and like nothing other in between that distracts from the issue at hand, which is what you're doing here. Like, there's just a lot of stuff you could streamline it so much more to make it much more enjoyable to watch. And I think your statistics, yeah, I bet you, this is a how-to video. People are supposed to watch it all the way through. If you're, yeah, people are probably skipping a lot in your video, and you have okay, streaming at the end. People are probably skipping a lot in your video because you just have so much irrelevant information in there. You may want to just streamline it more. And yeah, I think that's about it I have for a channel. So you need to find yourself a channel strategy. What is your channel strategy going to be? Do you want to make a channel that's about you as a person, or do you want to make a channel that is about, like, that is a brand helping people in various games? You have some sort of branding, make different, like, put different faces in here. You have, like, your face is amazing, it can change in very different ways. Use it. Don't use just one. Also, boobs in the thumbnail is always a bit dangerous for reasons. Yes, so much for this channel. I have in chat someone who says like the link that didn't work from earlier. Let's go to that one. Let's actually copy the right URL.
I don't have.
and paste it into the place where the wrong URL was. So that's going to be fun. Right, so what we have here is consistent branding, at least up here. So that's good. A random video part 1 as channel trailer. I would recommend you make a highlight reel to put up here. You have uploads, free games, popular uploads. Yeah, again, make highlight videos and put them up here. You have tutorial, how true. You have very long videos. I've said it multiple times today, but basically, if you have a long video, you're forcing the viewers to commit to your video in the way the viewer would commit to like a movie episode, like a TV episode. Movie episode, not so much. They don't exist really. But like imagine like a short video, 5-minute video. You can watch that on the toilet. Whereas like you aren't going, like if you're in school or at work, you won't be watching 5 minutes of a 20-minute episode of like an Amazon. No, you're going to either commit to it or not commit to it. And the longer your video is, the more of a problem this becomes. Exception is streams. Live streams, people hop in and out at any point. You have strong branding. I will repeat that. Like there is quite a lot of strong branding. That said, you have like branding colors, so that is purple and the other color, turquoise. It's quite in German, I think, or blue. Maybe blue. I'm not good in colors, but basically, you could try to utilize the color scheme more in your thumbnails, and not just your avatar thingy. From the content itself, you're streaming quite a lot and have tutorials in between. I'm not sure how well this goes down with the audience. Do look at your channel statistics. Like 18 views in 6 hours with almost 1,000 subscribers is very little. You may want to like try to see what videos are well received by your audience, which aren't. Yeah, these are fairly old. Note, none of them are live streams. There's that. This is not.
Did you know that we now have a Discord channel and we'd love to see you there? So come talk to us, go to this link or check out the description where I will post a link for you to join us. See you there. So
calls to action, I wouldn't put them right at the beginning. You can put a call to action like at the 3-minute mark or so, like at least so people have a bit of a chance of getting to know you, like also for subscriptions and likes and stuff. Don't put them right at the beginning, put them somewhere further in the middle, so people can expect what, like someone watching the video randomly is not going to just say, alright, I don't really care about it right at the beginning, because they haven't actually seen the video yet. Yeah.
you want Optifine, shaders, and texture packs? I got you covered. Well, first of all, boot up Minecraft. So, not Minecraft the game, but the launcher. So, here you have it, the launcher. And as you can see, we have a big play button. Now, you can do this for 1.12.1, which I would recommend, or you can do this for 1.12.2. Now, if you're not sure if you've ever played either of those versions, that could be, go to this option, launch options. Now, I have a list here of different versions. Ignore that. Just press the add new button.
what you in general want to do when making tutorials is use a virtual machine. So with a virtual machine, you can show your video in a show your machine in a state as it would be when someone who has not done anything so far would see it. It's also easier to record typically because you can just window capture it instead of having to record the full desktop. And it saves if you're making these kinds of content, and it looks different for me. It will look different for you. Yeah, this is very confusing to someone who doesn't know how to install Optifine, right? So yeah, try to get a clean state if you're making tutorial videos.
And now you can say like, I don't know, version 1.12.1. That's what we're going to use for now, because version 1.12.2 seems to have some problems. Now in this list, select release 1.12.
Yeah, okay. You're going step by step, so that's good. I would try to really when making these kinds of videos, try to make it as newbie friendly as possible. Don't assume that they have any prior knowledge, but try to still get through quickly. But then your stream isn't your channel is mostly not tutorials, so I'm going to have a look at a different video instead.
Genoa says that I should be president. Welcome back everyone to a new
good hook. It's a bit surprising to have the 1000 hertz beep. If that's your brand, okay. I would try to come up with your own jingle.
New episode of Minecraft. Now, I know it's been Halloween and I did not get to finish my Halloween adventure, but I did finish the church, or at least the outside of it.
Go on already.
It looks pretty cool. I've invited some friends over. I was like, hey, who wants to be in a video? And everyone's like, yay, just add me. So we have Namoy over here, which is actually Chenoa. We have YouTube May, and of course we have, wait, oh my god, Donnie from today. She's up today. I completely forgot your name, Donnie. I'm really sorry. So we're gonna check out the church. And here in the background you can see the lava river, but oh wait, it unloaded because I had to fix my sound. So let's just fly around it real quick without really looking at it. Yeah, okay, no, nobody look. Okay, here we go. So in full glory, here is the church. Oh,
yeah. This is a very slow start. So you are a minute into the video and you have not come to the point of the video. Like you haven't started actually playing the game yet.
All praise goes to the Redditor that made this and posted it on Reddit from who I copied it. Oh, bye. Oh wait, she's in here. Bye, Donnie. Bye. Cool. Okay, so this is basically it. There's nothing in the inside just yet. As you can see, it's really dark. I plopped down some torches just so that I could see a little bit in here. And of course, there's some stuff like this. But the windows took me a lot of time and just spacing everything out. But it's now it's finished. I'll just go talk to these girls here. Hey guys, sorry, was just talking. Oh man, to the people on YouTube. Here we go. So say hi. Okay, so they're talking. They say hi, people. You know what? Then here, hi mom, that is dead. Hi mom. Oh, her mom's dead. I guess, I don't know. So this is going to be a pretty short video. I don't really have much else to show than this church, and of course it has been Halloween, so that...
Wait, 22 minutes and you're saying at 2 minutes, this is basically the entire video? What?
It's kind of a shame that I wasn't able to finish this. Also, something else that I found out that I didn't really pay attention to is the church is actually higher than the volcano, and that's like, oh, well, I'm sure it's, well, I might try to make the volcano a little bit higher. I might add, you know, like an extra edge over on here or something. May is asking me what my YouTube name is. My YouTube name is Label. Or go to label.tv. It also has a link to my channel. Woo-woo. I was showing the people my
Maybe I should look at a different video still. Like, oh, this is slow. Get on with it. Live stream. Is this live stream? Yes, this is also live stream. No idea about Roblox, but seems to be.
Welcome to the Roblox. I guess you could call Yu-Gi-Oh! And Beyblade's animes too. I did watch those when I was younger. Oh, come on.
You're talking stories.
Okay.
That's good.
I had a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, and I had a really good deck. I had Magic Cylinder and everything. But then, for some reason, I don't know how, I lost my deck, and that really sucks, because me and a friend still want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! One time or sometime, but I don't really have a deck anymore. I do have all my spare cards, but they're just bad. I don't want to make a shitty deck. Okay. Now, what's this? Oh, shit. I thought that was just, like, a blue thing there. And Sweet Cookie says, I've seen Hitalia, I don't know that, Attack on Titan, Yuri on Ice, Flood Wars, All Out, Free, Turn of Summer, Gami-sama, Hajime Dacha, I don't know. Oh, Death Note, I've seen the Death Note movies, they're awesome. Soul Eater and more. I don't know most of them. And Kay says, PewDiePie and Jack's parents went to the Netherlands just for them to be bored with you, because you make me feel lost in conversation.
You're talking, like, this is 2 times speed, but you're talking enough, so that's good. I would say you really need to be careful about how you're approaching different kinds of content. Try to get people, like you have almost 1,000 subscribers but only like 50 views or so on your videos. Try to figure out what your subscribers actually want to watch and try to make more of it, basically. And if it isn't working anymore, make different stuff. Yeah, so I guess that's something you can work with. The next yes, should be this one. Completely threw me off guard with going across my script. So the next channel is one that has gaming and music on one channel. Is a bit of a tough content choice because like first things first, the thumbnails are like really hard to read. Make like tiny text with bad contrasts. Don't use that much technical thumbnails. But basically, from the channel strategy, what you're doing here is you have covers of songs. Actually, let's cross out all the covers. So this is a cover. This is a game. Like thumbnail are the same. Don't reuse thumbnails and just update the number. That's not good. This is a cover. Work through. Is this one? Guess this is one. This looks like one. This looks like one. So yeah, just looking at this first page, your music fans are in for either like lots of videos in quick succession about music, or like there's just gameplay videos in between. Typically, people watching, like people caring about music videos are not caring about gameplay videos. Vice versa, it's a bit different. Like someone caring about you playing games is more likely to care about you, like you singing is not that much of an issue, but the other way around. Like music lovers are not going to be pleased with all the spam you're sending their way with your gameplay content. I would recommend you separate these to 2 different channels. So you have one channel that is just you making music in some sort or another, and you playing games. These really should be on different channels. What you can do is also like if you want to appeal to the part of that is gaming, you can do covers of game music. So like Borderlands 2 has a like very catchy theme song. You can cover that, or like you get the idea. So the Zelda has lots of has lots of well-known melodies you can work with. but having both on one, like having both gameplay and music on one channel is not going to work well. Also, like making covers always is a bit difficult in terms of like copyright. So, I mean, making gameplay videos also, but making covers is especially difficult typically because music companies are usually not as welcoming to covers as game companies are to Let's Plays. So let's look, actually let's look at cover. I will regret this. So this is, I mean, this is, you have some branding. I don't know why you have the title right above the title, or the title right below the title, like, depending on which way you look. Subscribe button, despite there being a subscribe button. But yeah, so not really useful with your screen thing, and your webcam is not the best one. Let's say it this way. Sound works, like you obviously do care about not getting too much of an echo in there, so that's fine, I guess. But overall, yes, you, like, what's your thingy here?
Hey guys, it's Plextroid Prime here, and welcome to Fear. I'm trying out a new recording software that actually records with Facecam automatically, so hopefully we won't have that same Facecam issue I had before, where I couldn't record my face cam.
Nobody cares about this beginning, really.
Hey guys, it's Plextroid Prime here, and welcome back to Dead Space. So, I found out a cool little feature of this game. Okay.
You're idling in the main menu. You should not idle in the main menu. Just start the game.
I actually can kill it, just not yet. But I will be able to kill it at some point in this game. Imaging diagnostics. Oh man. I'm not looking forward to this, guys. Got my line gun? Do I have more line racks? I just have the 2.
Yeah, the commentary is not good. Because you're just, like, you did have sort of a story at the beginning, like where you're saying, alright, I found something cool. But after that you are just like very, very reactionary. I'm not looking forward to this guy. And then let's go here, basically. And silence, lots of silence. You need to talk more, and you need to talk more sensible stuff than just than just reacting to things. And yeah, overall, I really think your music channel has more of a, like, music can be listened to again and again and again, whereas a gameplay video typically only is watched once per person. So I would say that you should definitely focus on the music part of your channel and like put your gameplay part, like at least separate them in one way or another, and don't have that much text in your thumbnails. The next channel, FIFA.
I got Ronaldo, everyone! Hello,
Ow.
welcome back, everyone.
Ow. I don't like to be getting screamed at when opening the channel. You may want to select a different video here. Okay, you make FIFA videos and random stuff, which is exactly 1. You may want to, like, I don't know how much different. We just don't have content yet. So I guess your setup works currently. But if you get more different kinds of content, make them, like, put them here in one way or another. Let's look at your most recent video. Thumbnail is actually quite
guys,
good.
I'm back today for a new video, and if you're wondering what I'm going to do today, I'm going to piss off people on FIFA 18. If you don't already know, everyone has something to do in the world. My job is to piss people off. I'm talking about slide tackling their plays. I'm talking about pissing them off. If you don't know what that means, go online onto Google Translate. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and like. Follow my Instagram and my Twitter. Yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, I've got other videos, and I will be uploading every. Got scammed on.
Just start. You just wasted like 40. Now you're still wasting. So you just took a minute before the game actually starts.
That was the first step. So what we have to do is just slide, slide, and slide. Now, you might be wondering, what if you keep on sliding? You'll get yellow cards and red cards. Well, what if you use your bad players? And that is an easy technique to use. So, firstly, your bad players will have, and I'm saying, your bad players will have terrible pace. But, is that the right way to go? Yes, it is. Because with terrible pace comes a bad player. With a bad player comes a cheap player. With a cheap player comes annoying the...
Yeah, I mean, your voice is very young, that you can fix that by getting older. Your thumbnail's actually quite okay. Like, this one isn't, but this one is okay, this one is okay, this one is a bit not saying anything, but better than other stuff I've seen today, but... So one issue is your voice, the other issue is a bit... like, piss off your opponent. So this is basically how to troll people. I would rather see you trying to get into the matter with a more humorous tone than a mean tone. So basically, like the music is very cool, basically, but because it's cool, it immediately also makes it very like it makes it sound more mean than you probably mean it, and that makes you like it. Making trolling videos with a mean intent makes you look like a shit stain. Making trolling video with a good intent, like with the intent of just being able to entertain people, that is not quite as bad as far as reputation goes. Like a 9, you're currently not making good videos. I mean, you're currently not making that many videos because you just started effectively a week ago. 9-second videos should be avoided. 20-second videos, 20-minute videos, sorry, are also like it requires a serious commitment, and you may be better off like cutting more stuff out than you are leaving it in. Especially, you need to get started with the video sooner. You're talking again for a full minute.
Well, firstly, we need to start off and get to 50. So if you can do that, just make sure you do this.
Subscribe to my channel.
So yeah, let's get...
Yeah, you're wasting effectively 2 minutes before you really get into the game. That's the problem. Other than that, I think you can work what you're doing here. You have branding, thumbnails are quite okay. Carry on, I guess. Next channel has games and does challenges. These are very terrible thumbnails, so a random video from a month ago and not sure whether you really want this first video people see from you. Popular uploads, okay. Uploads in general. You this video. So you should recommend what you think is your best, your most watchable videos so far. These should be like right at like a best of playlist basically. I don't know how many videos you have. You probably not, yeah. All right, never mind. Make more videos. Yeah, that's just it. Make more videos. Let's see where else we are going.
What's up guys, I'm Dempsey and I'm back with another video. Now today's video I'm going to do the
way too loud music compared to your voice. You need to basically have your voice way, like your voice needs to be the most audible thing about you or what in the video and not the music.
Basically we're adding a twist to it. Like I have to do 3 keep your piece before I trap it like that. So this is my first attempt out of 3. Let's see.
You could try, like this is, the video is 1 minute 20 long, you wasted the first 20 seconds of it talking about what you're going to do. What you could do instead is juggle the ball and try to explain what the challenge is while you're doing it. That will probably take more attempts because you are going to take longer time, like concentrating on different things, but that will be much more entertaining to watch than you standing around for 20 seconds and then you doing the challenge for a minute and then the video is over. Did I say no videos? Yeah, last video for a while. If you can't upload regularly, that's fine, but you can't expect to grow with. So what you can't make a successful channel out of this because you can't upload regularly because you need to go to school, right? What you can do instead is you use this channel to experiment with whatever you have. So try making pranks, try making football videos, try making vlogs, try making gameplay videos, try making science videos, try making whatever you have, whatever you can make with a camera, and try to find out what's the most enjoyable thing to make out of all of them. Because if you can do this now, like you're not in a position yet to build up a great audience because you can't upload. But what you can do is like collect experiences with YouTube now. Yeah, so that's all about your channel so far. Continue. Try to make something good. The next channel, the last channel in this set, is Mr. Hobbies. Mr. Hobbies could use a channel trailer. Best of video, whatever. Like just put it up here. This is a problem, probably. Maybe not.
Show you how to get Minecraft Windows 10 Edition beta for free. And I actually made this video once already, but because of a crash with my microphone, couldn't not and you sign up for the second here.
Speaking words, okay. So you're this here looks like you're trying to sell a scam. This one as well. You can tell by the dislikes, people were expecting to see a scam. So I'm not sure how useful this video is for you. But yeah, your most successful videos are free stuff videos, and other than that, nobody cares about you. From what I've seen so far. Right, so your thumbnails suck. Like, live stream will be instead of the like right here in the bottom corner. So you can leave that out. You can, like, you have your channel avatar like in a tiny corner. You have your channel name right across, and then smiley. Like, what are you even streaming? Okay, Minecraft Live. But this one, like, there's at least something happening in the background here. It's not just like, not just a plain thing. Let's look at, like, it's no mic. Guess this one has a mic. Messed up sound, never mind. So the one afterwards? Talk? Talk? Yo, you do know that it's pointless to have like a microphone if you're talking, right? Then it's much better if you have no sound, because as it is, this is just awful to listen to. Like, this actually is awful.
I mean, we're talking about...
That's better.
We've literally had this particular world going for a couple of years. And I went ahead and made a backup, you know, before I turned creative on, but it's so easy to just knock things out because you can go in your inventory, grab what you need, and then just build. Which I didn't start out in creative. I honestly, when I first got Minecraft and I saw creative, I was like, what's the point of that? That doesn't even look fun. But, you know, I think that comes with understanding.
So you're telling stories, so that's good. But you're very monotonous while doing it. You may want to try to like, basically talk a bit more. Like, not talking more. You're talking enough, but try to raise and lower your volume. Plus, this is a rather old video. You need to somehow get this into your new videos. Like, mobile edition is very difficult. Like,
really frustrating. I don't know how the sound and video quality is, but
crap. It's crap. I can tell you that. Yeah, you should try. Like, you had at some point a setup that worked. I don't know why you don't have it anymore, but you should try to get back to it. Yeah. And try to get better thumbnails and not just stream for 5 minutes and then close the stream again. Right. So, that's it for this session. Subscribe if you haven't, if you find this useful. Leave feedback for me, because I'm not perfect either. You may know this. Anything from chat? Chat doesn't like chat is still on Lapel apparently, because Lapel was in chat at some point. Any questions? Anything else? I'm going to end this stream now. Like, not now, but soon-ish. Yeah. Just as a bit of information at the end, my internet was cutting out occasionally. So you may have seen some ugly frames. I apologize for that. It's happening again right now, so my internet isn't as good. I have to live with this. So apparently there's nothing, so have a good one. Bye.